Hello, hello. It's been a while. I needed to come on. I've been itching to do a live video, so I hope everyone's having a great summer. And for those of you poor souls who your kiddos go back to school already, I'm so sorry. Or maybe you're happy about it, so in that case, woohoo! I'm going to start with, I'm going to do a full face makeup today, and I'm going to start with my normal pre-makeup routine. Make sure you say hi when you hop on. If you're watching the replay, make sure you do hashtag replay in the comments. Hi, Danielle. It's been so long since I've done a live video. I had to come on. Finally, I have a day where the kiddos are somewhat quiet. We'll see how long they last. I'm sure with them knowing that I have a video going, they will be here in like a minute, but I'm going to start my pre-makeup routine, which is always going to be setting spray, primer, and then setting spray. The reason I do the setting spray first and then the primer and then the setting spray again is to make sure that my makeup's going to stay on all day, especially with it being hot out. I am going to be going outside and walking outside for a few hours later today. So with it being so hot, I'm definitely going to make sure that I have, that I use the setting spray, primer, and setting spray. So it's going to create a nice barrier for my makeup to sit on. And did I just see Kim pop on? Kim, I need to see you soon so I can get that, oh hey, so I can get that fan that you grabbed for me. For now, I'm using my hands. Yeah, I'm a little bit torn, Danielle. I'm ready for like the cool summer days, cool summer nights. I don't necessarily want summer. As you can see, my mattifying primer is like, and I think that's all she wrote. I think that's all I'm getting out of it. So I finally got my last little bit of my mattifying primer. So hi Debbie. I'm gonna do a little bit of mattifying primer and a little bit of hydrating primer, just so that I make sure that I have full face primer coverage. So we carry 3 different face primers. The one is that I normally use is that mattifying face primer, and that is great if you have oily skin or normal skin. If you have dry skin, then you're gonna want the hydrating primer. The other one, ooh, Debbie, we'll see. This is gonna be my first time doing it in a video, so hopefully it goes as well as like the other times that I've done it just on my own. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't have any mishaps or issues and can actually like get them on without making me look like a giant dork. So, but at least you guys can see if I can do it, then anybody can do it. So I don't normally wear false lashes, so I'm not used to that. Do my last setting spray. And we will, hi Carrie. So I'm gonna let that dry. The third face primer that we have is our Touch Glorious face primer, and that is going to be for any skin type. So that's going to be a great one, no matter if you have dry areas and oily areas, if you have combo skin, doesn't matter what you have, that's a good one to wear at any time. The mattifying for me is usually my go-to just because I do tend to get oily later in the day, which is really a lot better when I'm on my skincare. When I have that skincare regimen going consistently, I have 0 issues. But if I don't, then that mattifying primer is going to kind of blur imperfections. It's going to help mattify your face and have that less of a sheen and shiny look to it. So that's usually my go-to. So I'm just going to let this dry up. I'm going to use spray foundation today. And I haven't used it in a long time. I've been using either stick foundation or liquid foundation, which our liquid foundation is retiring. So right now, you can get it on sale. Whatever's left, you can get it on sale through the end of the month. So make sure that you, if that's a product that you love, that you stock up on that. And I have been using that so much lately that I've been neglecting my spray foundation. So that's what I'm going to use today. This is great if you love a light coverage, a medium coverage, a full coverage. You can kind of customize it to what you prefer. I love to use it as a full coverage, and if you love that airbrush finish, like if you like that look of when you get your makeup done by a makeup artist for a special event, if you love that like beautiful airbrush finish, then this is definitely what you need. But it also feels super, super light. So I'm going to use my kabuki brush with that. If you don't have a kabuki brush, you need to get one. I don't care what kind of foundation you use, what brand, what type of foundation it is, whether it's liquid, powder, cream, stick foundation, I don't care what it is. You need a kabuki brush. Do yourself a favor and grab one. So I'm going to spray a little bit on there. And just kind of work that around. And you don't, the nice thing is you really don't use a ton of product, especially if you're using a face primer. The face primer is going to help to minimize the amount of product that you actually need to put on your face to be able to cover. So if you're going through a lot of foundation, make sure that you're using the right primer. Because if you're not, that could be part of the problem. To help your makeup last longer in the bottle, the actual product itself, definitely use a good face primer. So that was just a few sprays, and I've got full coverage, easy swipes. You don't have a ton of overspray. When I was spraying it, I was kind of going all crazy with it, so like I got a little bit of overspray on my hand. But if you keep it right here and just spray it on there, you don't need to move your hand all over crazy like I did. I don't know why I did it that way, but but you don't lose, because I've had a lot of people ask that. Do you lose a lot of product in overspray? And you really don't if you do it the right way and not crazy like I did. All right, so let's see. We got that done, that's garbage. Let's do our concealer. So the concealer is our Skin Solution Concealer. This is a reformulated product at the beginning of this year, I believe, is when they reformulated and came out with this. I use a small blending bud. Our blending buds come in a pack of 2, so you get the larger blending bud, and then you get the smaller one in the package. If you find after you put your makeup on, no matter what foundation it is, if you find after you put that on and it looks cakey, or it looks like you can like see your pores, like it's not sitting well, first of all, you need to exfoliate your skin. That's going to be your main thing. That's most likely going to solve that issue, is exfoliate with like an exfoliating mask. The other thing is get a blending bud, get it damp. So whether it's setting spray, water, rose water toner, get it damp, make sure that it's like, you know, not dripping or anything like that. And then literally you're just gonna pat it around all of your foundation, your whole face. And that's gonna help with that, that's gonna help it to sit, not look like it's cakey. So that's a little tip for that. I'm gonna use the small blending bud. I always use setting spray on there because why not? And I just do a couple little triangles. And I probably should have had this up here, but I actually wipe the product off before I even use it, because you really don't need a lot of this. It's got caffeine in there, and I'm talking so much my sponge is gonna dry on me. It's got caffeine, which is gonna help, especially in that under eye area. It's gonna help brighten that up, wake up that under eye area, fill in those fine lines, and it's gonna really enhance your look. So it's not gonna look like you have a ton of concealer on. You can, if you like that look, you can brighten it up with a light color. I do about 2 or 3 shades lighter than my foundation shade for my under eye area. If you want something that's a little less bright for you, then you could go just 1 shade down, but I can definitely, or 1 shade up, however you want to say it, but I can definitely help with that, with picking the right one. But that just kind of brightens everything up, opens your eyes a little bit more, fills in those fine lines, and then yeah, brightens up your whole face. All right, so next I've got my Complexion Plus powder foundation. This is just my regular foundation shade. I have a big fluffy brush that I'm just going to kind of use like as if it's a setting powder. And I'm just going to go through, I'm not getting a ton of product, I'm just tapping that on there. And then powdering all over just to kind of even everything out, give that nice mattified look. And then, hey Britt! It's been forever since I've been live. I was feeling the itch, so I just had to come on. So now that we've got that, I'm gonna go into kind of warming up my face a bit. I've got my powder concealer brush, so it's got like concealer brush on the end. And then the reason I like it is just the size of this. It's perfect. This is perfect if you want to add any setting powder under your eyes, concealer spots, any of that. But I love this side for contouring. So you can see when you're going to do a contour, if you can kind of see that natural dip right here and that natural hollow, that's where you want to focus on. I'm going to use, I have a shadow in my phone, so I'm going to look in my mirror here so that I don't end up looking like a clown. So you're going to go back and forth just a couple finger lengths away, couple finger lengths from the bottom of your jawline, couple finger lengths away from your mouth, and you're going to go back and forth in that angle. This is the angle that you want. And that's going to help create just a super easy contour. If you can see, it helps create that shadow so that it kind of slims out your face, creates warmth. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Oh, Britt, isn't it perfect? It's like, I've used the blusher brush too before, but I don't know, there's just something about this one that I just love because it's perfect for wherever you're gonna do contouring. And then I don't have to wash my blush brush either. I've got this one specifically for this. I do the sides of my nose because I like to kind of thin it out, shape it a little bit better, and create a little more warmth. And I do tap on my forehead along that hairline. And again, that's just gonna help warm up the face, take any ghostly looking, make you look nice and sun-kissed and all that fun stuff. I'm going to use my blush in the shade Seductive. And that is it's a super pretty mauve shade. It is a matte, I believe. Yeah, it's matte. And then I've got my blusher brush. And I'm just gonna tap along here and then do some swirls, and that's gonna be right on the apples of your cheeks. And that is just gonna help mimic that natural flushing of your cheeks, that natural like blushing shade, and just really help warm up your face. So right along the apples of the cheeks, and I usually go all the way up to my hairline. That's my personal preference, is right along there. And just kind of warms everything up. All right, let's do bronzer, and then we'll go to brows. So I've got my bronzer shade. This is the shade Malibu. This is the darkest shade for bronzer that we have. We have 2 shades right now that are left because they brought these back while they're waiting. They are actually reformulating and going to eventually, my guess is probably sometime next year, come out with a new bronzer. reformulated, repackaged, all that good stuff. In the meantime, they do have the original bronzers, which is these here, available while supplies last. So right now, we've got 2 shades left. There were 3, we've got 2 shades left. So if you love a good bronzer, these are amazing. They're so, so good. If you don't like to take the time to do a contour, this is great to use as a contour. I like doing both because I like using the foundation in a darker shade to create a full contour, a little bit deeper of a contour. And then I use the bronzer to just kind of help warm everything up, get that nice little glow going, especially for summer. All right, so brows. I've got my brow palette here. This is the shade Dark Brown in the pomade and then in the powder. And then I've just got a little brush here. This is just like a spoolie brush that I bought a big, I think it was like under $10, $8 or $10 for like a pack of 200 of these, which I will never use 200 of them. But I love them because I can get a few uses out of them. Once they start looking a little dingy, then I just toss it and grab another one. So those are perfect for, you can use them for your lashes, or I love using it for my brows. I've got our brow artist brush here. We do have another brow artist brush that has a spoolie on the end as well as the angled tip. This particular brow artist brush has a flat tip and then an angled tip. So either way, they're both great for doing your brows, especially with a palette. So I'm going to just start at the edge. You usually want to start here. In here is where you're going to start your brows. And I try to do more of along the natural lash line. I'm going to scoot my mirror closer so that I don't get all wonky. And honestly, I usually dip a little bit in the pomade and a little bit in the powder, and then I'm good to go. So I usually do along the natural on the bottom, and then I fill in a little bit higher on the top just because my brows are so naturally thin. So then I create a nice little brow that's nice and filled in, nice and full. And it makes it nice and quick and easy. And these last, I have a video of a girl using the powder. She put them on her hands just to do like a little swipe on her hands. And then she took water, ran her hand under the water and was scrubbing it with her fingers. And the brow palette, the shades did not move off of her hand. Like they stayed so nicely. So that is always good because especially in the summer, you know, you get sweaty, you're not paying attention to when you're wiping your face, and then I'm going to end up, or if you go swimming, all that good stuff, it's like you end up wiping half a brow off, not paying attention to what you're doing. So no brows lost here. So, and then I just take my brush my hairs back up, and nice and easy. I like a darker brow lately. I haven't always, but I just lately have liked a darker brow. Obviously, if that's not your style, we've got lighter shades. You don't have to do quite as heavy like I've done. The other thing for me is I wear glasses, and they do come up. I'll put them on so you can see. They do come up to like right where my brows are. See, and that'll tell you if they're uneven too. Look at that. That will drive me nuts, so we're gonna fix that. But that will, that is part of the reason why I like doing a darker brow, is because I wear glasses. It helps them kind of stand out a little bit more. Since I'm wearing glasses, you don't really see them very well, so we'll just fix this side and then we'll be good to go. This is actually a pretty new product. We do have a brow pencil as well. That's a new brow pencil. We have our old brow pencils that there's a few left, or 2 shades left in it. And then we've got our new ones that have a really cool like triangle tip on the end. And then it's got a really nice brush on the other end. And so those are And then there's 5 shades in that too, which is really nice. And there's 5 shades in the brow palette as well now, which is really great. Because not everybody's light, medium, or dark. So getting some more options out there. So I'm going to do my liquid eyeshadow next. So this is so easy to use. This is our shade Misty. It's like that really pretty gray shade. And I love it to wear with literally anything. So I've got my cream shadow brush. It's my go-to whenever I use a liquid eyeshadow. You can use your fingers if you want to. Me, especially with having long nails, that's just not an option. That would make a giant mess if I tried to use my fingers. I'd end up like poking myself in the eye or something. So just rub a little bit of product on with the brush, with the applicator, and then you can just kind of spread it out with your cream shadow brush. Super simple, like done. I'm not going to do anything else with that. I'm just doing a light color. The great thing about these is you can pair them with a powder eyeshadow. You can add another shade in the corner here, another shade in the corner here, and have a super pretty eye look without a ton of work. So I love how quick and easy those are. That is a limited edition shade, along with there's 2 other limited edition shades as well. They are one is called Glassy, and it's like a white shimmery, really super pretty. I don't have it here with me today. And then Decisive is like a really pretty mauve shade. And both of those, all 3 of those are going to be limited edition. So once they are gone, which is always sad. I am going to throw some eyeshadow mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm going to use our Encouraging lashes today, our magnetic lashes. This is our twisted mascara, and it's got the tiny wand, and then it also has the bigger wand. So this is great for using. I love using it for my bottom lashes, especially because it is so perfect for getting in there without getting a ton of mascara all over your face. And then I also usually use it for the top as well, and that helps get all these little teeny tiny lashes that nobody ever even knows exist, but it finds them and makes them look so pretty. So that's always my go-to mascara. I'm gonna let that dry for a second. And then if you haven't heard, if you've been stuck in a hole somewhere, we did come out with magnetic lashes. They are something that has been on the market in general for a while now, but Unique has been formulating and working on ones for our company that anytime they're going to come out with something, they want it to be better than the rest, and I really think that they've done that. Most magnetic lashes are going to come with 5 to 7 magnets on there. Ours come with 10. So if you can see the little bumps in there, those are the magnets, and we have 10 across, where most companies have 5 to 7. So right there, you've got a lot of security. The other thing that ours is going to include are these anchor pieces. One of my anchors is all wonky over here, out of its spot. So these anchor pieces, the nice thing is you can use those anchor pieces along with the magnetic liner. So you can use the magnetic eyeliner, put the lashes on, and then you can use the anchor pieces up under the underside of your lash and kind of sandwich your natural lashes in there. So then they're just going to the anchor piece and the magnetic lash is going to anchor right to each other or magnetize to each other, and that'll give you a ton of security. I've seen so many women go on their boats, go on their motorcycle, and one even took a hair dryer just to test it out for a few minutes, full blast with the lashes on, and they are not moving. So you don't have to worry about a lash flying off while you're wearing them. I'm going to take the liner, and a lot of people are concerned about using a liner because if they don't have a ton of experience with liquid eyeliner. One thing I will say is it is just like a liquid eyeliner, putting on a regular liquid eyeliner. The nice thing though is if you have problems or trouble with drawing the line, you can just do like a stamp. So you can lay it flat and just kind of set it along your lash line, and just kind of tap it along your lash line. Go slow, and you should be fine. So I did the one side, and I'm gonna let these both dry really well before I put the lashes on. And I'm wiping off a good amount of product because I don't want it to be too thick and have it look like a nice big glob. But I'm just going to draw that on. And then once this dries, this is actually what the lash is going to magnetize to, is this liner. I have had people that want just the lashes and not to use a liner, and you can do that. It's going to, you can definitely do that. It's going to mean that you will, instead of using the liner, what you'll do is you'll take the long lash, you'll set it on top of your lashes and get it as close to where you would want them. And then you'll take these little anchor pieces and you'll put the anchors on, and I would suggest like maybe 3 or 4 on each lash, on this side, and then 3 or 4 on this side. And that's what's going to magnetize them on. That's what's going to hold them on, instead of using the liner like I just put on. So you can do it either way. I have not done it that way yet personally. I've seen videos, and I do have videos that I can always send out to people. If you're curious and want to see what that looks like, I can send those out, and so you can see how it's done without using the magnetic liner. So I'm just letting this dry. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and throw on some lips. And I am using, this shade is called Prudent in our lip liners. Our lip liners are being reformulated, so a lot of them are out of stock. This is just a really pretty natural nude that's good for going under any lipstick shade. So it's always my favorite go-to. A lip liner is going to help keep your lipstick staying on longer. And it's almost kind of like putting on a face primer before you put your foundation on. A lip liner is going to help create a good canvas to put lipstick on, or lip gloss, whichever you're wearing. So we are reformulating our lip liners, so those will be coming out in the next, I believe, is it September or October? I think it's October. But they're going to be beautiful, beautiful shades. I'm really excited about them. I think there's like 6 shades. We did come back with our Affluent Creamy Lipstick. So this has been my absolute go-to ever since it came back at the beginning. I think it was the beginning of August, or maybe it was mid-July. But it is my all-time favorite lipstick shade, and so I've been wearing it nonstop ever since it came back. So every picture that you've seen me in with makeup on the past like few weeks, it's probably been with Affluent lipstick on, because it's my favorite shade. And then I'm gonna top that with our lip plumper. If you have not used our lip plumper yet, you need to. It has like this tingly feeling after you have it on for a few minutes, because it's working to help fill those lines and plump your lips. So you can feel that working, which is probably one of my favorite things. I know that sounds weird. But that's going to help you get fuller lips. If you find that your lips look dry and cracky and have a lot of lines in them, the lip plumper is going to help fill that and make them look more full. They don't necessarily need to look huge, but it's just going to fill in those lines and help plump them up just enough to where your natural lips look nice and full. So they don't look like fake crazy lips. They're just going to look like your lips, nice and full. So that's what I love that about that. All right. So, and that can take up to 30 minutes that it'll keep working. So it's not going to be like an immediate change. Like I'm just now starting to feel that like coolness to it. And that'll slowly work as the time goes on. All right. Let's magnetize some lashes. So this is our lash tool. They're basically like a tweezer on the end to grab the lash, and then they do have the little lash comb on the end, the opposite end, which is nice. I am going to start at the front and set on top. And that's it. That was literally all it was. So I just set that on there. You can too, a lot of people will put, and I forgot to mention this, a lot of people will put mascara on their natural lashes, let that dry, put the magnetic liner on. They'll put that on before they put the falsies on. I didn't do that today. I normally do that, but I didn't do that today. I'm not really going anywhere special or fancy. I'm going to sit at the dance studio for a few hours, so I didn't really think that it was necessary. So see the difference in those lashes, and you saw how quick and easy that was. It pulled it right to it pretty much. So I'm gonna grab the other one and I will do the same thing. And we're gonna just set it on top of there, and then just make sure your ends are on. These are trimmable too, so you can trim down if they feel a little bit long on you. If you don't need them so close in, you can trim them down too, and they'll work great for you. So look, that was it. Literally, that was it. Just set them on top. Make sure it's on the liner and on each of your ends and in the middle, and that was it. So see how nice and simple that is? Done. So I love nice and easy and simple. So, and I know all of you do too. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. So I hope you guys, oh, thanks, Debbie. Hopefully you guys got some good info out of that. If you need me to order anything for you, let me know, because I will definitely be placing an order soon for my own stuff. So let me know if you want to add anything to that. We've got our, super exciting. I totally forgot about this until just now. So we have, well, technically we've got 4 different bundles this month. I know, Debbie, they're upstairs playing on their tablets. And I thought, ooh, they're quiet. I should probably jinx myself and go do a live. So I was expecting that they would be coming down, but they're like so engrossed in having fun together with their game, because they can play on their own iPads and play together on there, along with their friends in the neighborhood. So they're on there right now. So that's why they're quiet. But we actually have 4 different bundle options this month. So the first bundle option that we will have every month is going to be the Eye Essentials bundle. That's pick a mascara, pick a liquid eyeshadow, and pick a eyeliner for a bundled discounted price. So that is a really good one if you've never tried our liquid eyeshadow, if you need a restock on stuff. That's a perfect bundle. The other 3 are going to be lash bundles also. So we've got our magnetic lash bundle, which is going to include the magnetic liner, a lash, magnetic lashes of your choice. So this is the shade. This is the style Encouraging that I'm wearing. There's also the style called Inspiring, and that is going to be more of a cat eye look. So they're going to be a little bit softer in the front, and then they're going to come out a little bit longer on the end as a cat eye. You'll get the, or no, do you get the tulle? I can't remember if you get the tweezers in the magnetic lash bundle. I'm drawing a blank. But you do get cleansing wipes to help take the magnetic liner off at the end of the night. So you get those 4 products. Yeah, it is the 4. 4 products for $82. The other option is going to be an eyelash, a mascara, a lash primer, and that's, I'm going to draw a blank on what the other, I got to look it up because it's going to bug me while I'm waiting for my computer to come. So all kinds of different options depending on what you like. So I'm going to pull that up just so that I don't tell you the wrong info. And I'm just remembering that I really need to change my light out. This used to be our dining room, and it has since become my office. And I need to change the light out. I'm having a hard time picking a light that I want. So I'm just kind of procrastinating because I haven't found like the one that I love. So, okay. So, oh yeah, that makes sense. Duh. I'm missing something here. Okay, so the second bundle option is going to be an eyeliner, a lash primer, a mascara, and an eyelash curler. And that is going to be for $73. The third one is going to be those 2 bundles combined for like a 30% discount, which is amazing. So you get the lashes of your choice, you get the tweezers, you get the magnetic eyeliner, you get the cleansing wipes, you get the lash primer, the lash curler, and a mascara, all for one 30% discount. So it's incredible. The other exciting thing, because of course, as if that's not enough, the other exciting thing is if you spend $150 from now until August 20th, which I believe is Saturday, from now until August 20th, if you spend $150, you'll get a free cleansing face brush. So those like automatic facial cleansing brushes, they're amazing. We have, I have one that's unique. So that's the one that you would be getting. And it's so amazing. It's like spa quality, so good. So you'll get that free with a $150 purchase from now until Saturday. So you can get that Lash Arsenal bundle, add one more product on there, and you're good to go. You get that free cleansing brush. So the last thing I want to show you is my glasses. Not the glasses themselves. And of course, now they're starting to fight up there now because it's been long enough quiet time. So my lashes are on. You can see that I've got the lashes on, and they do not touch my glasses at all. I know everybody's glasses are going to be a little bit different. Some are going to sit closer to your face, and I totally get that, but it will not bother you. So I can wear them no problem. The key that you're going to want to do is make sure that when you're putting them on, that you're making sure that they sit up. So if your lashes are, if you put them on and your lashes are sitting here, that's why it's really important to have that lash curler. So if you curl your lashes first, if your lashes kind of sit out straighter, if you curl your lashes first before you're putting on these lashes, and then you just kind of use your finger to kind of sit them up. If they are touching your glasses, you just kind of sit them up a little bit, make sure that they're sitting up here. They're going to be seen a lot better, first of all. And then they hopefully will not touch your glasses. So that's my tip with that. I hope you guys all have a great day. And I will be at the dance studio tonight, doing my walking in the parking lot and keeping my face from melting off because I've got all my awesome products. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.